Guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So we got a lot to discuss. Nicki Minaj and Icespxce, what's going on behind the scenes, and did JT and Botch and Bitter make amends behind the scenes? So fans are calling out Icespxce because Icespxce continues to comment under Nicki Minaj's page. But she has yet to address those text messages of her talking badly about Nicki Minaj to Baby Stormy. Now, when Nicki Minaj got arrested, she commented hard eyes, and then Nicki Minaj posted a few pictures from her tour, and Icespxce commented the last slide, okay? Because Nicki Minaj put out basically a tour dump, of a bunch of different pictures. And a lot of fans were calling Icespxce fake, saying she's just using the barbs because Give Me the Light flopped on the charts, which is true. Okay, I do believe that Icespxce isn't being authentic. But, Icespxce, from what I'm hearing, she is trying to contact Nicki Minaj behind the scenes because she wants another collaboration with Nicki Minaj, okay? Her album Y2K is supposed to be coming out, pretty soon. And she is losing hype. She is losing fans. I'm noticing that Icespxce fans can't even get Icespxce to chart on their own. They're depending on the barbs. I don't know what Icespxce calls her fan base. I think they're called the Muppets or the Chia Pets, whatever they're called. They're doing a terrible job at pushing Icespxce records. But with that being said, that's why Icespxce team feel like it's a good idea for, Icespxce to reach out to Nicki Minaj. I heard that she will be apologizing to Nicki in regards to what she said to Baby Stormy about Nicki Minaj being ungrateful, jealous, because she did say that and how she didn't want to sign that, contract with Nicki Minaj. But the reason why is because Capitol Records is allowing her to own her publishing and masters. According to what Icespxce told Baby Stormy, Nicki Minaj was trying to own Icespxce's publishing. That's what, Icespxce told Baby Stormy. So she felt like it wasn't a good contract. So that's what she's going to explain to Nicki Minaj, and she's going to hope that they can do another collaboration and get her back on the charts. When she collaborated with Nicki, Princess Diana went top 4, top 5 on the Hot 100. And I think also Barbie World was top 10. Okay, so, she got 2 of her biggest hits with Nicki Minaj. What's the third one? You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj collaborates with Future 3 or 4 times, probably more than that. She could do the same with Icespxce, but I don't even think Icespxce deserves another collaboration, in my opinion. I think Icespxce needs to build her own fan base and stop depending on the barbs. So Doja Cat is still being bitter. A fan commented and said, "You are messing with the wrong one, Zulus," because she was dragging her father on Instagram. And the fan said, "Don't play. Your ancestors will humble you." And Doja Cat responded and said, "Go give the deadbeat a kiss on the lips for me." Wow. Now, listen, Doja Cat, I don't know if this is a PR stunt or if you're trying to do a sympathy train. But like I said, I don't think the online antics are necessary because your father's not dragging you on social media. Okay? He's a deadbeat. We get it. Why don't you go to therapy, okay, or talk to your mom or something? But I don't think it's necessary to drag your father publicly on social media because you wouldn't like if he dragged you, okay? You're a devil worshiper. You're demonic. You've been flopping. You sold your soul to the Illuminati. And then on top of that, you're not even really selling albums like that. You did all of that. You're signed to Dr. Puke. He can do some dragging too. You're a bald-head scallywag that like white men. I mean, no shade. He can do dragging too. He's taking the high road and not really responding to you negatively, but he could. And so I think that you should pipe down and go to therapy. I don't think it's that serious. He's been a deadbeat for years. You have the money to go get a therapist or talk to somebody about that if it's bothering you. You don't have to start with the antics and start dragging people online, because you wouldn't like it if he was dragging you. Now, fans are accusing Cardi B and JT of making amends because Hollywood Unlocked posted something positive about JT while she was performing in Vegas, and JT reposted it. And as we know, Messy Lee is one of Cardi B's lapdogs, okay? And usually Cardi B lapdog bloggers like Ken Barbie and Jason Lee don't post positive things about Botch and Bitter's ops, okay? So a lot of fans, especially the Barbs, are feeling like, JT and Botch and Bitter are secretly cool behind the scenes. Plus, they still follow each other on Instagram. So let me know how y'all feel about that. I think Messy Lee was the one that orchestrated a phone call with Botch and Bitter and JT when they first went back and forth with each other in 2022. But I don't think JT and Botch and Bitter are friends. I believe the reason why JT still follows Botch and Bitter, and I think Botch and Bitter still follows JT, is because they both got dirt on each other. Okay? Yes, they're going to diss each other in music and call each other all sorts of names. But I believe JT probably has talked a lot of junk about Nicki Minaj to Botch and Bitter. Botch and Bitter probably has talked a lot of junk about Nicki Minaj to JT and possibly even Megan Thee Stallion. So I think that they got a lot of tea on each other. And if JT ever has another Twitter spat with Botch and Bitter, like if they go back and forth on social media, which they haven't done since 2022, then I can see Botch and Bitter putting her on blast. Like, you said this about Nicki Minaj. That was recent. And that's why JT didn't really drag Cardi B like she should have. See, she went hard on Sukihana. She go hard on Ken Barbie. But she really don't be going hard on Botch and Bitter. And there's a reason behind that. So, Section 8 gang is continuing to drag Botch and Bitter. Botch and Bitter is dragging and blocking fans because they did not like her wannabe snippet to the remix that is dropping allegedly Friday. And a fan said it's fine because at the end of the day, your insecurities and your inconsistency are going to be your downfall. If your downfall hasn't already happened, all you do is whine, bitch, tell us about how we feel when it's really you gaslighting us. Still got love for you. Love you, sis, but you're delusional. Then another fan said this whole era feels like a chop. It doesn't even feel like Cardi releasing an album. It feels like she been lazy to a certain degree, but it's just me. Cardi B said 2024 was going to be our year, but all we've gotten was 4 songs and no album announcement. Then the same fan said, Cardi, these last 7 years, your fan base has waited patiently for a second album. When other rap girls who debut after you on their 3rd, 4th albums, which is facts. Doja Cat didn't become popular till after Cardi B already put out Invasions of Payola, and she's on her 4th album. And I think Megan Thee Stallion, she's on her 3rd. Scratch Off, if she put out an album, it would be her 3rd. So no shade. They're absolutely right about that. Now, Scratch Off, Megan, and who else? Doja Cat was already in the industry, but they didn't blow up till after Cardi B. Okay? And then the fans said you continue to treat your fans with disrespect after they show you love. You need to stop letting Offset nut in you and get in the effing. Whoa. It clearly shows your passion isn't music anymore. I've been saying that. And instead of confessing the truth, you continue to lash out on those who support you and let Ken Barbie fill your ear with bad ideas and decisions. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this. Not only you've been lazy, but your recent music has been horrible. Oh my goodness, they said it's trash. What the fuck happened to Cardi B? I'm sorry. It's not funny, y'all. Stop laughing. It's not funny. But it is hilarious. They are turning on Botch and Bitter before her album come out. Goodness gracious. Shouldn't y'all wait until she at least sell 100K for this week? I mean, y'all are dropping like flies. Now, moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. A lot of fans want Megan to drop this song for her next single since D0JA has flopped on the charts.
You can't leave me alone. My ass fat, money too long. Ayy, one with him. He don't even do no justice. No dick ass nigga can't. I told that nigga don't bring no honey. You ain't got enough money to cover me. Stop telling people I'm toxic. You broke and you scared I'm a top. Ass fat, money too long.
So let me know how y'all feel about that snippet. Is that a bop or is it a flop? The thotties are saying that this could possibly be Megan's next top 10 because D0JA flopped on the charts. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I don't know what it is about Megan Thee Stallion's newer music, but I can't get into it. I can't even remember the last time Megan was in my playlist. I think that was when, Savage Remix came out. I really don't like Megan's music like that. I don't know what it is, but her music sounds the same. It sounds redundant. Now, Queen Bee's Cowboy Carter has now sold over 1 million units in the U.S. I don't hear nobody talking about that album. Think a little bit, not a lot, of payola was used. Because at the end of the day, like, this album has no longevity. Like, nobody cares about Cowboy Carter. We need to just move on to Act 3 and call it a day. Not only that, all of Queen Bee's solo studio albums have now sold over at least 1 million total units in the U.S. So congratulations to Queen Bee on that. Queen Bee does have a lot of classic albums. Cowboy Carter is her worst album ever that she ever put out. I honestly think that, we should skip over Act 2 and just move on to Act 3. And Act 3 better not be rock. You need to go back to R&B. If you wasn't really that successful doing country, I mean, you did a good job with country music, but you ain't do the chart obsessed racist numbers. And none of your songs are really on the charts or charting high. So, I think majority of the singles for Cowboy Carter did flop. I think you should go back to R&B. No shade. Queen Billie is getting sabotaged yet again. Oh my goodness. So for next week's U.S. album chart predictions via Hits Daily Double, Billie will still be in second place, coming in at number 2 with 146,000 sold for the second week of her album. And of course, the chart obsessed races will be number 1 with 180,000 its second week. Okay. Billie released a remix, put out some more album vinyls, put out a rock version, a Spanish version. You got to do something. It's not fair that you losing again the second week. Okay. You deserve the number 1 spot. Now, she's not losing, but you ain't winning either. Okay, no shade. I mean, your album is supposed to be number 1. It shouldn't be coming in number 2 to the chart obsessed races and her loose coochie. I just don't think that's fair. So put out some more vinyls, try to put out a Spanish version, a French version of the album. Do something, okay? Now, it looks like Coco Jones and Ira Starr are going to be doing a collaboration. And Coco Jones was getting dragged by Ira Starr fans because she said this in a recent interview.
I love Afrobeats. I love there's this artist Ira Star, she's so fire. And I just met her the other day and she's so cool.
Really? I never heard
She's
of her.
really cool.
Ira Star.
She's going to be a star for sure.
Okay.
She already named herself that, but she gives a vibe.
So fans were harassing Miss Coco Jones because she said that Ira Star is going to be a star. And fans were like, oh, she's already a star. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it wasn't that deep. But you know how stans are on social media. But it looks like Coco Jones had a trick up her sleeve because now they are doing a collaboration. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I'm definitely going to take a listen to it. Y'all know how I love Coco Jones. Not really a huge fan of Ira Star, but I got to listen to more of her music. And so I definitely will be tuning in to see what they do together. And honestly, I think this was a chess move. I don't think Coco Jones was shading Ira Star. Okay? I think she actually was giving her a compliment. And let's just be honest. Coco Jones, she's been in the industry since she was a child. She used to be on Disney. Like, stop acting like Coco Jones is just like a Z-lister, like she on Zeus or something. She has a resume. Stop. Now, moving on to Champagne Thickums. Unfortunately, the BBL Lipo botch reciter is getting exposed yet again because another reference track has leaked onto the internet. Now, I don't know if this is old, but it's becoming very popular on social media. There has been a reference track for Mob Ties that has went onto X, and Vori is allegedly the writer for that song. Okay? Now, honestly, I'm not shocked. We know Champagne Thickums don't write all of his music. I don't know why people are really that shocked. My whole thing is, if this was Nicki Minaj, y'all would be dragging her. I see people saying, oh, well, this is not even really a lyrical song. It don't matter. Champagne Thickums calls himself the GOAT, and he always brags about how he better than other rappers. But how can you be better than other rappers, especially Kung Fu Kenny and Pusha T, when you don't really write most of your hits? Okay? You don't really write most of your hits. And then there was another reference track of Party Next Door singing Ratchet Happy Birthday. And he wrote that song. I'm like, goodness gracious. When does Champagne Thickums write? Y'all say he write for other artists, and that's great, but when is he going to write for himself? Okay, y'all talking about, oh, he write for Clownye. He wrote for Queen Bee. When is he going to write for himself? Because he got like 10 reference tracks out. I don't get it. And it be the whole song sounds like the reference track. Okay, he might change like 1 or 2 lines. But honestly, I'm not really shocked. That's why Kung Fu Kenny said in Euphoria, am I battling AI or Ghost? Okay, because he knows that Champagne Thickums don't write. Wait until y'all find out who really wrote back to back. Then y'all gonna be really mad. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And have a great day.